Hey everybody, it's Andrew back again with another video, and today we have the review of the Acer Aspire S13 Touch. It's a 13.3-inch ultra-portable laptop which weighs only 2.9 pounds, great specs, and an excellent price. Let's find out if it's a buy or a don't buy. The Acer Aspire S13 Touch is a 13.3-inch Ultrabook from Acer. It's got a very sleek look, nice specs, and an excellent price. What do you get when you purchase the S13 Touch? Let's find out. It's got an Intel Core i5-6200U Skylake processor, 8 GB of RAM, 256 gigs of SSD storage. It's got a 13.3-inch IPS display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. It's a matte screen, not a glossy screen, which is kind of refreshing. As of late, I've been only seeing glossy screens, and it's pretty good. It's one of the better 1080p panels I've seen in a long time. It gets bright, it has good viewing angles, and it has good color representation. Color even pops and it's pretty crisp. Nice job, Acer, on the screen. As far as ports are concerned, the S13 Touch doesn't disappoint. What do you get as far as ports? You get a USB Type-C, USB 3.1, HDMI out and it's full size, nice touch, indicator lights, and your charging port. On the other side of the device, you get a USB 3.1, your microphone headphone jack, full-size SD card slot, and on top you have a 720p webcam. It's actually pretty good. As far as performance is concerned, it did pretty well. On the single core score of the Geekbench test, it did a 2895 and it did a 6023 on the multi-core score. Very good scores indeed. And on the CrystalDiskMark test, it did a 549.7 on the read and a 337.1 on the write. 4K scores, 15.6 on the read and a very healthy 70.18 on the write. It uses a Kingston SSD, and as far as the keyboard is concerned, it performed okay, although the key travel was a bit shallow for our taste. At 0.87 millimeters, we felt it should have been above 1.0. That's our minimum benchmark for key travel. Next iteration, hopefully Acer will improve on the key travel. The trackpad performed well. It's nicely sized. It had good responsiveness. You could do two-finger scrolling and you could do Windows 10 gestures. Overall, pretty good trackpad. Not the best in class, but certainly not the worst. Decent performance on the trackpad by Acer. As far as the sound on the device, it is excellent. It's got speakers located on the bottom of the device, one there and one there. And it sounds very loud, rich, and full. Great job on the speakers, Acer. Acer claims you can get up to 13 hours of battery life on this device. I got nowhere near that. I was able to get 6 to 6.5 hours with screen brightness turned up at around 70%. If you turn down the screen brightness and change some of the settings, you could probably push this to 6.5 to 7 hours at most. Nowhere near the 13 hours claimed by Acer. But overall, decent battery life. Now, there is a non-touch version that will get better battery life since it will not have a touch screen. Overall, is the Acer Aspire S13 Touch a buy or don't buy? I'm going to have to say it's a definite buy. I love the fact that it has a Core i5 Skylake processor, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of SSD storage for $750. You got decent build quality, thin and light design. At 2.9 pounds, you can't go wrong. I love its 13.3-inch touchscreen, which is a 1080p. It's one of the better 1080p panels I've seen in a long time. It's non-glossy, so therefore it's almost a matte screen. It's a great responsive touchscreen. It has good color accuracy, and it does get very bright. I really enjoyed that screen very much. Although the bezels on the bottom were a little bit big for my taste, overall I thought the screen did a great job. Build quality was pretty good, although the screen was a little bit flimsy, a little bit thin for my taste as far as sturdiness and so forth. As far as speakers are concerned, it got loud, it was rich, it had good sound. I cannot complain about the speakers. Overall, good audio quality on this Acer Aspire S13 Touch. Here's what I don't like about the device. The keyboard has only 0.87 millimeters of key travel. Would like to see anything over 1 millimeter, but nonetheless, it still felt decent and I was able to type with accuracy. despite the fact that it had the shallow key travel. Trackpad was nicely sized. You could do two-finger scrolling. Gestures in Windows 10 worked well. Overall, decent trackpad. No problems there. As far as battery life is concerned, Acer claimed 13 hours. I only got 6 to 6.5 hours, and that's with 70% screen brightness. If I turned it down, you could probably push another half an hour to an hour. You could probably get to 7.5 hours at most, not 13 as advertised. So I'd like to see an improvement on the next iteration by Acer in battery life department. So overall, it is a buy. Coming soon to AMDtech is a showdown between the Huawei MateBook and the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro S. Two Surface Pro 4 competitors that will go head to head with each other. Which one will be the buy or the don't buy? Stay tuned to find out. Please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's another device out there you'd like me to review. I will try to make that happen. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMDtech. See ya.